How we doing, folks? This is the Pop Music Freak. I am back with another Song Facts Countdown video. I am counting down my 1,000 favorite songs of all time, and we are up to song number 814 on my list. It was a lead-off single for the second huge album. Well, not as huge as the first one, but pretty big in its own right. In 1993, guess the group? Nirvana. Yes, ding, 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 ding. The song is Heart-Shaped Box from the album In Utero. Alright, let me give you more song facts and details on this song. It was recorded in February of 1993. It was released as a single on August 30th, 1993. The B-side, there were different B-sides depending on where it was released. You had Marigold, Milk It, Gallons of Rubbing Alcohol Flow Through the Strip. Those are three different B-sides for that song. The studio was Pachyderm, Cannon Falls, Minnesota. The genre, of course, grunge. Songwriter Kurt Cobain. Producer Steve Albini. Okay. Heart-Shaped Box is a song by American rock band Nirvana, written again by vocalist and guitarist Kurt Cobain. It was released as the lead single from Nirvana's third and final studio album, In Utero, August 1993, and appears as a third track. It was one of two songs from the album mixed by Scott Litt to augment the original production by producer Steve Albini. Though Nirvana's record company, DGC Records, did not release a physical single in the United States, fearing it might damage album sales, Heart-Shaped Box received much American radio airplay, reaching number one on the Billboard Modern Rock Tracks chart. The single made the top 10 in several countries, including Portugal, the United Kingdom, Ireland, Finland, and New Zealand, and the top 40 in numerous other countries. The music video, directed by Anton Gorbjin, garnered critical plaudits and won 2 awards, including Best Alternative Video at the MTV Video Music Awards in 1994. Heart-Shaped Box was the last song Cobain performed live with Nirvana on March 1st, 1994 in Munich, Germany. Early history of the song. Heart-Shaped Box was written by Cobain in early 1992 at the apartment in the Fairfax district of Los Angeles, California. He shared with his wife, American musician Courtney Love. In a 1994 Rolling Stone interview with David Fricke, Love recalled hearing him work on the song's guitar riff for the first time. The only time I asked him for a riff from one of my songs, he was in the closet. He had this huge closet, and I heard him in there working on Heart-Shaped Box. He did that in 5 minutes. Knock, knock, knock. What? Do you need that riff? F you. Slam. Laughs. He was trying to be so sneaky. I could hear that one from downstairs. Cobain forgot about the song for a while, then resumed working on it after he and Love moved to an apartment in Hollywood Hills, California. Los Angeles, California. Initial attempts at completing the song with the band were unsuccessful. As Cobain explained to biographer Michael Azerrad, I was trying to wait for Chris Novoselic and Dave Grohl to come up with something, but it just turned into noise all the time. However, during one jam session, Cobain said he came up with the vocal style instantly, and it just all flowed out real fast. We finally realized that it was a good song. Heart-Shaped Box was first performed live on January 16, 1993, at the Hollywood Rock Festival at São Paulo, Brazil. It was first recorded in the studio a few days later at BMG Ariola Studios in Rio de Janeiro. A producer, Craig Montgomery, recalled hearing the song during the band's soundcheck in Sao Paulo, saying that even then Kurt knew this was the single. All the other new stuff they had was way more noisy and abrasive than this. Even the other sound guys that were out there on the platform with me were going, yeah, this is a good song. The band's guitar tech, Ernie Bailey, also had a positive initial reaction to the song in Brazil, saying that you could tell this was an important song in a lot of ways. You knew that it just had a lot of weight to it, even the first time you heard it. Excuse me. 2 versions of the song were recorded at BMG Ariola, with the initial take being done to test the studio's equipment. On January 23rd, the band again performed the song live at the Hollywood Rock Festival in Rio de Janeiro. These versions of the song featured unfinished lyrics in what music journalist Gillian G. Garr called a far more experimental solo, more akin to the group's improvs. Final studio version of Heart Shaped Box was recorded in February 1993 by Steve Albini in Cannon Falls, Minnesota, for the band's third studio album, In Utero. Work on the song began on February 14th, the second day of recording. According to Albini in a 2013 interview for the audio series Spotify Landmark, Heart Shaped Box was the only song recorded during the sessions that required more than a couple of takes, along with eventual fourth single, Pennyroyal Tea. In a 2013 Rolling Stone interview with Frick, Grohl recalls that everyone was concerned about the tempo of Heart Shaped Box, but click tracks were not cool. Kurt and Steve came up with this idea, we should use a strobe light, and laughed. We had this long conversation about how it won't dictate tempo, just imply the tempo. I sat there for a take or two with this effing strobe light in my face until I practically had a seizure. Despite his overall satisfaction with the recording, Novoselic was unhappy with the original effect used during the song's guitar solo, and recalled arguing with Cobain and Albini about it. These were the words I said: "Why do you want to take such a beautiful song and throw this hideous abortion in the middle of it?" And they're like, "Well, I don't know, it sounds good." They didn't have any arguments because they were sabotaging it as what they were doing. The guitar effect was eventually removed when the song was remixed, along with second single All Apologies by Scott Litt at Bad Animal Studios in Seattle in May 1993, several months before the album's release. Cobain and Novoselic had agreed that the vocals and bass were too quiet in Albini's original mix of the album, and elected to have two future singles remixed. Litt's remix of Heart Shaped Box also featured newly recorded vocal harmonies and acoustic guitar by Cobain. Post In Utero. On September 25, 1993, the band performed Heart Shaped Box along with Rape Me on Saturday Night Live at NBC Studios in New York City. It was their first show with second guitarist Pat Smear. Heart Shaped Box was the final song played at Nirvana's final show on March 1st, 1994 at Terminal 1 of Munich Riem Airport in Munich, Germany. Let's see. Lyrics. In the 1993 Nirvana biography, Come As You Are, The Story of Nirvana, Cobain told Azerrad that Heart Shaped Box was written about children with cancer. "Every time I see documentaries about little kids with cancer, I just freak out," he explained. "It affects me on the highest emotional level more than anything else on television," as Azerrad noted. However, the song's lyrics were more likely about love. Charles R. Cross, author of the 2001 Cobain biography, Heavier Than Heaven, described the lyric, "I wish I could eat your cancer when you turn black," as what has to be the most convoluted route any songwriter undertook in pop history to say "I love you." Garr wrote that while the song does reference cancer, the lyrics appeared more to address the physical and emotional dependencies inherent in relationships. The song's title was inspired by the collection of heart-shaped candy boxes Love kept in the front room of the Fairfax apartment she and Cobain lived in. However, early versions of the song featured the word coffin rather than box. According to Bailey, the song at one point also went by the working title New Complaint. Cobain said that the chorus of "Hey, wait, I've got a new complaint" was an example of how he was perceived by the media. In 2012, Love wrote on Twitter that Heart Shaped Box was about her vagina. Okay. Tweeting to American musician Lana Del Rey, who had covered the song at a concert in Sydney, Australia the previous week, Love wrote, "You do know the song is about my vagina, right? Throw down your umbilical noose so I can climb right back." On top of which some of the lyrics about my vagina I contributed. So next time you sing it, think about my vagina, will you? The tweets were deleted shortly thereafter. Oh, God. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. I'm afraid to know. I don't think I want to know. Anyway. Music video. The Heart Shaped Box video was the only music video made for In Utero, and the last video released by the band. Cobain had originally approached American filmmaker Kevin Kerslake, who had directed the band's first 4 music videos for the songs Come As You Are, Lithium, In Bloom, and Sliver, to direct it. 5 treatments were prepared by Kerslake between July 14th and August 12th, and included scenes of Cobain kissing American author William S. Burroughs, whom Cobain had wanted in the video, and the band hanging by their necks from tree branches. However, no shoot arrangements were made, and by the end of August, the group had elected to work with Dutch photographer and video director Anton Corbijn instead. Corbijn believes he was chosen to work on the video on the recommendation of Love, and cited his connection to Echo and the Bunnymen, a rock band from Liverpool, England, where Love briefly lived and whom Love admired. According to Corbijn, Cobain had asked to be sent the music videos he had directed for the band shortly before receiving a fax from Novoselic with drawings and ideas about a Nirvana video. According to Novoselic, Cobain's original treatment was 2 pages long and typed up by him on his new laptop while Cobain dictated. So it ended up being filmed on August 31st at Raleigh Studios in Los Angeles. When was it released? It was released with the release of the single, even though it wasn't a single in the USA. It was August 30th. August 30th. So the video was released the week after. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. My throat's a little funny today. Anyway, the Heart-Shaped Box music video was the #1 most played music video on MTV in the US, as recorded by Billboard magazine on November 20th, 1993. It was also #1 on Canada's Much Music Countdown for 2 weeks in November 1993. The video won 2 MTV Video Music Awards in 1994 for Best Alternative Video and Best Art Direction. As the ceremony was held after Kurt Cobain's April 1994 death, the awards were accepted by Cobain's former bandmates Novoselic, Grohl, and touring guitarist Pat Smear. Heart-Shaped Box also topped the music video category in the 1993 Village Voice Pas-and-Jop Critics Poll. Cobain was pleased with the video, saying it came closer to what I'd seen in my mind to what I've envisioned than any other video. Novoselic agreed that Anton did a beautiful job on that video. Cobain later asked Corbijn to direct the video for penny royalty, but Corbijn refused, saying that he felt that Heart-Shaped Box video was so good, I could never make a video that was as good or better. According to Corbijn, Cobain responded by telling him he would never make another video if you don't do it. And as it turned out, he didn't. Legacy. In 2011, NME ranked the song's music video at number 22 of its 100 greatest music videos of all time that year. Time magazine ranked Heart-Shaped Box at number 10 on its list of the 30 all-time best music videos, where it was described as beautiful and terrible. In February 2016, Nirvana drummer Dave Grohl reunited with actress Kelsey Rohr, played the girl in a Heart-Shaped Box music video 23 years earlier at the age of 6. Rohr stated that today reminded me that I peaked at 6 years old, but I was the most badass kid on the playground. Today was the absolute coolest, or in Dave's words, seeing each other today was a historic moment. What a legend. Alright, so in terms of chart performance, as I mentioned, it was not a single in the US, but did chart #1 on the alternative songs chart, #2 on the AOR tracks chart on Radio and Records, and #4 on Billboard's mainstream rock chart. In the UK, it reached #5 and reached #1 on the UK rock and metal singles chart. What else we got? Let's see, what else? Did it do anything outstanding? In Australia, it hit #1 on the alternative chart, 21 on the pop chart, #6 in Ireland, #9 in New Zealand, #9 in Finland. So that's about it. It was certified gold in the UK, sold over 400,000 copies as a single. And of course, the lineup: Kurt Cobain, vocals and guitar, Chris Novoselic on bass, and Dave Grohl on drums. So that's it, my friends. Those are the song facts I have for number 814, Heart-Shaped Box by Nirvana. I hope you found this to be informative. I will post a link to the video in the description on YouTube. If you go on there, you'll see it. You can just click on it and watch the video through there. I hope you like the video. I hope you share it. I hope you subscribe to my channel. trying to get it to grow. We're up to past 1550. I'm going to try and get going. I'd like to see 2,000 maybe by the end of the month. That would be wonderful. All right. So I thank you all very, very much. I wish you peace and love and a wonderful day.